Today I'll be going over a set that I think is super underappreciated right now that I really see going up in value over time. Just one set that not really a whole lot of people are talking about, and it is from the Scarlet and Violet era. We'll be going over which set that is in just a second here. But before we do that, this is a brand new YouTube channel. If you guys would, enjoy this video and you guys want to help out the channel, help it grow, I would really appreciate if you could like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Really helps with the algorithm. But let's get into it. Here we're taking a look at Scarlet and Violet base set, which, no, this is not the set that I see going up a ton in value over time. I do think that it will go up in value, obviously, as any set does. Right now, it is still just kind of new, and I don't think there's a whole lot of love for it. It will go up in value over time, but that's not the main set that we're talking about today. I am actually talking about Paldea Evolved. You might be surprised. You might think that it's actually the Charizard set that would be the most undervalued and set that's going to go up a lot in value over time, but actually that's not the case for me. I think Paldea Evolved is going to age like fine wine, and let me go into why exactly that is. First off, I think there's a lot of good chase cards in here. Anytime you can find a set that has a lot of different cards that go for $10 or more, you can find a lot of value in every single pack that you're opening. I really like that. Let's take a look at Obsidian Flames real quick. You are taking a look at 5 cards in this set that go for $10 or more. And I think this is probably stabilized at this point when it comes to Obsidian Flames. The prices definitely came down a little bit, but it seems to be stabilizing right around here. So moving forward, this is kind of what we could expect out of Obsidian Flames. 5 cards that go for $10 or more, 4 of those being Charizards, right? Compared to Paldea Evolved, which is a set that goes for a similar price, if not a little bit less than Obsidian right now. Now let's count how many cards here go for $10 or more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's round up these. We'll call that like 20 or 21. 20 or 21 different cards in this set that go for $10 or more. Now, I get it. Maybe the Iono being the #1 chase card at $98 is not the most exciting thing in the world. I feel like Japanese trainers typically go for a little bit more. English trainers, I feel like there's not quite as much love for them yet. So maybe that's one reason people aren't super high on this set, because you're not getting a Charizard alternate art or a special illustration or anything like that for your main chase card. It's not an Umbreon alternate art. It's not a Gengar. It's not anything super exciting like that. It's a trainer. But we have to look past the #1 chase card and take a look at all of these cards that you can pull. 20, 21 cards or so that go for $10 or more. I think this set is already in a good spot, and I think it's going to go up a lot more over time. And there's a couple different reasons that I think this set, as well as some of the other Scarlet and Violet sets, will go up over time. The first of which being the fact that I think Generation 9 Pokemon is just still new, and I don't think there's a whole lot of love for them quite yet. You know, you look at something like the Chien Pao, which is the #4 card right now in the set. It's a newer Pokemon. Maybe there's not a whole lot of love. The Tinkaton, for example, some of these trainers are new. I think Gen 9 is still new. There's not a whole lot of love for them. I feel like a lot of the big chase cards and a lot of the cards that people enjoy going after are Pokemon that people really love because they've been around forever. Again, I can go back to the Charizard that I mentioned, Gengar, Umbreon, Espeon, those kind of Pokemon, right? They've been around a long time. People really like them. And I think it's just going to take some time for people to grow on the Gen 9 Pokemon and to really appreciate them. And that is one reason that a lot of these cards could go up in value, as these Pokemon in these sets are more appreciated in the future. The other reason that I think a lot of these sets will go up over time, specifically Paldea Evolved, is because I think back to early in the Sword and Shield era, where we had Sword and Shield base set and we had Rebel Clash. Now, I don't know if you guys were collecting at this time, but personally, I hated any time I had to open these 2 packs. They were the least desirable packs for me at the time. I would rather open anything else from the Sword and Shield era other than Sword and Shield base set and Rebel Clash. And now looking back at that, I feel like an idiot, because let's take a look at what these booster boxes are now going for. Sword and Shield base set, a set nobody liked. Now a booster box is going for $288 on TCG. Rebel Clash is now going for $218. So even these sets that were not very desirable at the time are going for a ton more than they did when these originally came out at. You could get a box for like 100 to 120 or something like that, right? Going for so much more now. And I think obviously there's 2 reasons that go into play here. One of which just the fact that they're no longer printing these sets. So years down the road, when we're in the same situation for the Scarlet and Violet sets, that's always one reason for sets to go up in time. But also, I think these sets weren't desirable at the time because it was Generation 8, and there wasn't a whole lot of love for these Pokemon. I think some time has passed. People have started to appreciate the starters, the legendaries, and everything else that came with Generation 8. And I think that's why a lot of these cards in this set are a lot more desirable. So, yes, I do think Scarlet and Violet base set and Obsidian Flames will go up in value over time. For those same reasons, but Paldea Evolved, I think, will go up more in value because it's already at a good spot right now. It's super undervalued. This box is not all that expensive, but there are still a lot of good value cards in here that go for $10 or more. And I think as people start to appreciate these Pokemon more, and as time just goes on, this set will definitely be a good set. So, hey, this is a good time now to grab it while it's affordable. Maybe years down the road, we'll be looking at something like this, $288 or $218 for a box that's currently valued at $95, maybe $95 for this box right now. I could easily see this doubling, tripling in value in years to come. So Paldea Evolved, my most underrated set right now that I would definitely recommend either stashing and keeping sealed or maybe even ripping, because these packs have good value cards in them that will also go up in value. So that is my advice to you guys. Paldea Evolved, really think it's a good set, one that I'm going to keep an eye on moving forward. Again, this is a new YouTube channel, so if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It really does help with the algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next video.